Good timing. Hello, everybody out there. How you doing? I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving. We're back with another Irish Night at Blue live stream concert series coming to you live, streaming from South Portland, Maine. And tonight, our very special guest, for your amusement and mine, is the wonderful Laurel Martin from Massachusetts. Definitely not New Hampshire. As somebody said earlier, I don't know where they got that idea from, but definitely from Massachusetts. How are you, Laurel? Welcome, and thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. I'm really delighted to be here.
It's my pleasure, as well as everybody else out there who are starting to join on and about to hear some great fiddle music for the next hour or so. Keep in mind, folks, we're doing this every week, every Wednesday night, usually 8 o'clock, unless we have an Irish guest, 6 p.m. We've only got, I think, 3 more to go. And then we're going to call it quits for a while and see what happens, because it's tiring and I don't feel like doing it anymore. But it's been a lot of fun, and it's great to have a chance to hang out a little bit virtually with some great musicians and friends, and bring it all to you guys and share it. Hopefully, it's helping get over the Irish music lack, at home. Lack of sessions, the lack of hearing live stuff helps you. And hopefully it helps these guys make a few bucks and keep things going during the pandemic. Tonight, Laurel is very generously donating all the incomes to the Palaver Strings ensemble. All right, string ensemble from Portland, a great group. The link is in the both the descriptions and YouTube and Facebook. You could check them out there. They do some really cool community outreach stuff as a classical string ensemble. Is that accurate? String ensemble?
That's
That's what they
correct.
are.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think they're the same group that came to play with Liz Knowles, who's a pretty decent Irish fiddler. We had at Live at Blue a while ago. They came and did for her first ever solo show, which was at Irish Night. They did a couple sets with her and backed her up. It was fantastic. Really nice folks, too. So, a great cause and a good reason to donate. We'll talk more about that later, you can be sure. But for the time being, welcome. Strap in, enjoy yourselves, pour yourselves something cold or warm, whatever you prefer, and listen to the dulcet tones of Miss Laurel Martin. Take it away, Laurel.
Hi, everybody. It's really great to be here with you. Welcome to my home, and thank you for welcoming me to your home. I'm here with my live studio audience, my husband David, and my golden doodle Charlie. Which helps it feel a little more real. But I'm really glad to know that so many of you are there. I know a lot of friends and loved ones are out there, and new friends I haven't met yet. And thank you for joining me tonight for some traditional Irish tunes. I'm really grateful to Tom for making this possible. I'm sure he is tired. It's a big job. And I think these are really strange and dark times, and any time that someone does something to create a gathering around music and community, it's a good thing. So thank you, Tom. Those were a set of reels. The first one is one of the compositions of the great fiddle player and composer Ed Reevy, who was originally from County Cavan and emigrated to America and spent the rest of his life in Philadelphia. And he composed lots and lots of tunes that have become part of the standard repertoire of traditional Irish music. The second tune is an old one called The Gooseberry Bush, and the last one, also an old tune called Miss Lyon's Fancy. So I'm going to continue with some jigs, and the first is an old traditional tune, one of a couple of versions of the tune The Lark on the Strand. Second one is Stacia Donnelly's, which is a tune that I learned from one of the recordings of the great piper Mick O'Brien. And the last one I learned from a great fiddle player from East Clare, Pat O'Connor. And he learned it from Paddy Canny, who was my real fiddle hero. He was a great East Clare fiddle player from Tulla. And Paddy remembered this tune being played by flute players when they came across the hills or mountains from East Galway into East Clare to play at dances on weekends. And so he remembered that the flute players used to play this tune. So Pat O'Connor didn't have a name for the tune, and so he calls it what I call it, which is Paddy Canny's East Galway Flute Players Jig. play a slow air for you. Slow airs in Irish tradition are the melodies, usually the melodies to traditional songs that have words sung in Irish. And this one, though, is one that I got from, I learned from an old recording of Dennis Murphy playing it on the recording he made with his sister Julia, Star Above the Garter. It's one of the versions of the Blackbird, which is, I think, considered one of the oldest tunes in Irish tradition, and it has a number of different forms, slow air and other rhythms as well. So this version I learned from the playing of Dennis Murphy, and then I'll go into a hornpipe version of it that's played as a set dance, and then I'll finish with another set dance called Mount Phoebus Hunt. hope that that wasn't one of you calling. That, if it was, it serves me right. You were calling to remind me that I should never play a concert while sitting next to my landline phone and not turning it off. I apologize for that. Thanks to David for saving the day there. I'm going to switch fiddles. I'm going to play some tunes on thanks, on a fiddle that's in a lower tuning. I have a few tunes that that are from a few of them from East Clare, and a number of them from that I've learned from old recordings of Paddy Canny, who I mentioned was my fiddle hero. I don't know if you've listened to a lot of old recordings, but I always have this kind of a feeling that there's there's a quality to it. I suppose you could say it's bad sound technology or whatever, but it's there's always a kind of a sort of a misty feeling about listening to old recordings. You can tell that the real person was there. You can hear the real instrument. You can hear the bow. But there's a kind of, it's sort of like watching a movie in black and white. And I love that feeling. And every now and then when I play a tune with the fiddle tuned down, it kind of evokes that kind of feeling of the music sort of speaking a language from another world and from an older time that I really love. So some of these tunes I'm going to play I think are nice and sort of enhanced somehow by that low tuning. So first I'm going to play a version of Pigeon on the Gate, which I understand was a version that Paddy Canny played. I didn't hear him play it, but I learned it from the recording by Cormac Begley, a concertina player, who calls it Paddy Canny's Pigeon on the Gate. And then a couple of other reels that are well known and played a lot in East Clare, McGreevy's and Miss McGuinness. So I'm gonna play a couple of jigs, and these also were the first two were tunes that I learned from an old recording of Paddy Canny playing, and the first one is Garrett Barry's, named for the old piper Garrett Barry. He was a blind itinerant musician, and the second one is Whalen's jig. And then the last one, I just know as Paddy Canny's jig. It's a tune that Seamus Connolly taught me. He learned it from Paddy Canny, who didn't have a name for it. So. So nice to have my appreciative audience here. I think I'm just going to play a couple of little barn dances, and I think we're going to have a brief, I think Tom's going to join in and we'll have a little chat and then some more tunes after that little break. So I'm going to play these two barn dances. I think they're also thought of as flings. First one is called Mary Brennan's Favorite, The second one I know is Cuz Tians. I think there's another name for it. Cuz Tian was an accordion player from Kerry, I believe, Schliefflucker, and I believe he composed this tune. Hey, Tom.
All right. That's quite an audience you have there.
I know, I know. Loud and enthusiastic and
Boisterous.
It's excellent. It sure beats emoji hands clapping.
right.
Mostly what we get here.
Yeah.
But nothing wrong with that either, folks. Show your love with emojis. We gotta use what we can get these days. Great stuff. Lovely playing and great tunes. A lot of tunes I know and play, which is always nice, and then a whole bunch that were strange to me. So that's even better. Great stuff. Is Gooseberry Bush really a Reeve tune?
Gooseberry Bush is not. Gooseberry Bush is an old one.
Okay.
The first one, Eleanor Kane's, is a Reeve tune.
Oh,
Yeah.
darn. I thought I knew a Reeve tune.
Oh, nope,
Another Reeve tune.
not that one.
Great stuff all around. Thank you so much for joining us. It's great to have you here and see you again, Laurel.
It's really fun to be here. Ah,
Playing as well as.
I'm looking forward to the day when we can all get together again at Blue. It'll be really nice
Me
to play
too.
tunes with you in person. We'll have to play the Gooseberry Bush.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That sounds like a deal. Yep, I'm hoping it's not, going to be too long, but we all know it's going to be a while. So,
Yeah.
you know, who knows what will happen in between there, but we're going in the right direction now. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, I think so.
We, that's all I'm going to say about that.
Right. Enough said. That's fine. But I'm with you.
So
Yeah.
Laurel has been up before. You brought a bunch of that's why I probably think of you as New Hampshire, because you brought all those New Hampshire guys the first
Right.
time you came up. I
Yeah,
think it was
Jim Prendergast.
John
I
Carew and Jim
yeah.
you've been up with, and I think Bert too, right?
I haven't ever been there with Bert. I hadn't,
Oh
but
no?
with no, but with Jim. Jim is from New Hampshire, and I have played with him. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm mixing up my shows then. But yeah,
Oh,
Jim's been up many times backing people up. But and singing some songs. He's always great to have around too. So hopefully we'll get to do that again soon. And you're playing tonight. You're going to be donating all your proceeds to the Palaver Classical String Ensemble.
Yes,
Tell us
right.
what that's all about.
Palaver Strings. They're a really wonderful group of young classical musicians. They started working together in Boston, and within the last couple of years, they've moved to Maine. And they've opened, just last year, they opened the Palaver Music Center in Portland. They're a wonderful group. They're beautiful musicians. They include, I have to say, my son Nate, who plays bass with them. And I've gotten to know and love all the members of the group. They're really wonderful young people. They've always been dedicated to transcending a lot of the barriers that are set up around traditional classical music.
Right. And
And
they have a social justice kind of mission as well
do.
too. Eh?
They do. So they have really tried to extend to audiences that are outside the usual typical concert halls, and they've done a lot of outreach work for toward underserved audiences. But particularly for those of you that live in Maine, and if you'd be people that would be coming to these Blue concerts, you should watch for Palaver Strings, watch for the great things that they're doing. Their music center has a really strong committed education program, and they offer private lessons and group classes and early young children music education programs. And they serve. I have a little thing here. Actually, I should read this so I'm really clear, so you can really hear what they're. So, the Palaver Music Center offers early childhood music classes, private string instrument lessons, community music classes, and songwriting workshops to over 305 students from infancy to adulthood by operating on a flexible income-based tuition model and teaching at transit-accessible partner locations such as Head Start. They make their programs accessible to students of diverse backgrounds. 60% of their students qualify for low-income subsidies, and over 55% are first-generation immigrants, primarily from Angola, Congo, Burundi, and Rwanda. So they're doing really great things to make a difference in the community with music. I think they believe in, as I do, in the transformative power of music. So I'm going to donate any money that comes in tonight to Palaver Strings. And if any of you feel moved to make a larger donation yourself, you should go to their website anyway and check them out. I think it's in the information that was sent out on Facebook. It could be somewhere that you can
It
see
is.
now. I'm not sure. And listen to their playing. They have a couple of beautiful videos, and read about the kinds of work that they're doing in the community. If you decide to make a donation yourself, you could make it directly, and it would be tax deductible. But if you do one of the donations to this concert, I will be forwarding that money to them. So
Excellent. I've had a lot of conversations in the last year or two about how to use music for good. I think
mhm.
music can do good things in the world as opposed to make the world better as opposed to just making it sound better. But that's good.
Yeah, yeah.
Those are great guys, though I will maintain that it should be Palaver. But
Oh yeah, I want to say something actually about that. Palaver, the reason for the name, that word is a kind of a confusing word because it has a couple of pretty different meanings. I think that palaver, the sort of term palaver, I guess means like a unnecessarily complicated, convoluted, sort of like messy kind of a conversation. But palaver, as they're using it, is a word that refers to a place for the resolution for discussion and resolution of disputes or disagreements, or like a coming together to create a resolution. That's the way they use that term, for like a palaver hut in Liberia and West Africa would be a place where those kind of discussions would happen. So it's a good thing.
that's great. Okay, I accept it now. All right. So if you guys like what you've been hearing and want to give something, now is the time. So maybe you got to it already, and that's great, or you want to do it a little later, that's fine too. But I just put the link in for Laurel's PayPal into both YouTube and Facebook, so you can click right on it and go. Or if it doesn't, if it's not working for you like it does a lot, just copy the link and paste it into your browser. Go there, take you 2 seconds, drop a few bucks off to Laurel, or maybe a bunch of bucks. Remember, if you like somebody's music, if you want to show them how much you appreciate them, you should do it with cash. That is the best way, the only way, really. Um, so shower Laurel with tons of dough that she will then send on to a very worthy cause and a great group of musicians and people in general. Um, Please be generous if you can. Give what you can. If there's also a link in there for Blue, I put it in at the beginning for this the venue that we normally do this in every week. For the last, it's coming up on 15 years this February. A lot of Wednesdays, and we're trying to do this in their name in conjunction with them. Anything you send to them helps us out too, helps Irish Night out as well. And we want to see them stay open and be there when we're ready to come back and play some tunes in person again. So if you can help them out too, that's great. We definitely want Laurel and Palaver to be your main target tonight. But if you can afford a little bit extra and you could throw something to Blue, we would greatly appreciate that. If you just came on to listen and you're having a hard time and you can't afford to give anything, that's fine too. We're happy you're here and we hope you enjoy the show. Everybody's welcome. You can watch these later on YouTube and Facebook if you want. I think it's easier on YouTube. And check them out. Feel free to put some comments in later on. Let us know what you think. All that good stuff. We have some great stuff coming up, folks, for the final few shows. Next week, we have Hans Araki's 50th birthday spectacular. This, if had it been in person, would surely have been a landmark show. Hans is kind of well known for doing his birthday show at Blue and bringing in about half of the local musicians at one point or another to put on pretty elaborate performances. One was an '80s night. I think another one. I think it was a birthday one that they did the whole Solus album, the first Solus album, and they pull it off. Of course, it's been great stuff all around. I'm sure him and Colleen have some good surprises coming up for us next week as well. Even if they just play music, that'd be great. So that's going to be a good one. Then a young fiddle player named Christine Hedden, who's supposed to be playing in person with Quivino Farrell, who was on a few weeks ago. She'll be her first time in Blue, kind of, in a couple weeks. And we're going to finish up our season with the great Sean Gavin from the Midwest there. I forget, he's moved. He's either in Minneapolis or in Detroit or something, but I probably should read the promo stuff. But Sean's out there, and I think he's living in a bubble with his dad and his brother, who both are great players as well. So he might bring some guests, do some stuff with them. Who knows what he'll do, but he's a wonderful musician, piper, flute player, among other things, and we're looking forward to that one too. And next year, I've been saying it every week to get myself used to it, but I know I'm going to miss this when it's gone. So who knows what might happen after a few months of going dark. But we're definitely going to do a couple. So the one I know for sure is on February 3rd. That's going to be our official 15th birthday. We started on, I think, February 1st or 2nd in 2000, whatever that is, 7, I think. And that doesn't make sense, does it? 21? Yeah, I guess it's close enough. 6 or 7. And usually we have like, a nice event. We do something big and go in the room and Therese buys cake and it's all real fun. This year I tried to make it as fun as possible, so I'm going to combine it with our most popular night by far, which is of course the indomitable Hornpipe Night. This is going to be Hornpipe Night 4. So yes, there have been 3 others. I can show you the great posters designed by Mr. Alden Robinson if you'd like to see them, because they're hanging on my wall. But these are really fun nights, very tongue-in-cheek events that we put together. It came from me and Alden making the joke that we should have a hornpipe night with nothing but hornpipes. And then it turned into a really fun thing, a community thing. A lot of people came out and played. The shows go on way too long. You hear these great hornpipes and people take chances. It's been really fun. And it's been a great kind of thing to do around the birthday anyway, to bring people in for it, to get a big crowd there. So hopefully we'll do that online. We're not sure how exactly it's going to work just yet. I think it's going to be a big Zoom with a lot of people on it, and then we'll spotlight the people who are playing to the audience out there, and who knows, maybe we'll have a real good time. So keep that in mind. Come back and see us for the next 3 weeks, and take a minute now, please, and donate to Laurel. Let her know how much you like her via finances. I think that's all I got. Keep in mind there's a lot of stuff going around now from the NIVA group, niva.org, I think it is. saveourstages.com, things like that, trying to help these small venues like Blue stay in business. So whatever you can do to contact your representatives, tell them, hey, venues, art galleries, all of these small arts foundations need help right now, big time, and we got to make sure they stick around so there's something to come back to. There's a reason to go back out again when we're allowed. Um, so do what you can, and if you can, help out Blue, help out Laurel. Without further ado, I think if you have nothing else to add, Laurel, I've been babbling on for a few minutes here. It's time to get back to the music.
All right.
All right, so hang in there, everybody. Enjoy the music. Laurel Martin.
Okay, I have a couple more tunes to play for you tonight. And interestingly enough, the next thing I'm going to play is a hornpipe, Tom. I really like hornpipes a lot.
Woohoo!
This is kind of an unusual hornpipe. I learned this also from an old recording of Paddy Canny. And it's called The Groves. It's a particular version of The Groves. It's kind of long, so I know it's getting a little bit on the later side, so maybe I'll just play it once. It has a lot of parts, so anyway. played it twice. That was not just once through. It's not that long, but so I think I'm going to switch back to the other fiddle, and thank you very much, my lovely assistant here. So let's see. I'm going to do some slip jigs. So let's see. The first one is called the Ara Mountains. It's a composition of the Tipperary accordion player Paddy O'Brien. There's another well-known accordion player named Paddy O'Brien. This is the County Tipperary one who passed away, I think, in the 1990s. And let's see. The second one I think is called The Black-Haired Lass, I believe. And then the Humours of Kilkenny and Hunting the Hare. case, I think a lot of you know about slip jigs, but if you don't know about slip jigs, they're just they're in 9/8 time instead of the more typical 6/8 time, and they're used for a beautiful, very graceful dance that's done by women in light shoes. So if you get to see someone dancing a slip jig, it's a lovely thing to see. So I think we're getting close to the end here. I'm just gonna play a couple of reels, and then I have one very short tune to finish with before we say goodnight. So this next set of tunes I play a few things I played tonight are from my most recent recording, which is called Larks and Thrushes. And if you don't already have it and you're interested in it, you could send me an email through my website, and we could try to arrange for me to send it to you or something. Anyway, the first one of these reels is called Hickey's Reel, and it was a tune from the repertoire of the great Paddy Cronin. He was a wonderful fiddle player, amazing guy, great fiddle player from County Kerry originally, who spent a lot of time in Boston. He lived in Boston quite a long time and became a fixture in the traditional Irish music scene here in Boston. And he was a real character. If you meet someone that knew him, you'll hear great stories. I'll leave it at that. And then I'm going to play a version of the Spike Island Lassies that comes from an old recording that Seamus Connolly played for me of the great fiddle player from Chicago, Johnny McGreevy. It was a version that he had of that tune. And then the last one is the Scarta Glen. So I just have one little waltz to play for you to say goodnight. And I want to once again thank Tom for all the work that goes into making this concert series possible. It's such a great thing to be sending good music out into the world. Um, and he does a wonderful job organizing the Blue Concert Series in person and also in this format. So thank you very much, Tom. And also just to remind you to please check out Palaver Strings. Um, they're a wonderful, amazing group of musicians, and I really want everyone to know about them, particularly in Maine and in the Portland area. So please donate to them if you are able to. Um, so I'll leave you with a little waltz that I made up in honor of my favorite bird. During the pandemic, being outdoors in nature, out in the woods, and just spending time outside has been a real solace for me. And this tune I wrote a little while ago. I made it up a little while ago in honor of my favorite bird, which is the hermit thrush. And it's not a very evident bird. You don't see them very much. They're kind of reclusive, and they live in the deep woods. And in New England, you hear them in the spring and in the summer. They have a beautiful, kind of silvery, mellifluous song. And it sort of echoes through the woods. It's really, really lovely. And so, anyway, I was inspired to make up this waltz in honor of the hermit thrush and the way it makes my heart sing. So I'll play this for you now to say goodnight and to wish you well, and I wish you hope. So thank you.
Hey, I hit the wrong button there and my Zoom disappeared.
Oh.
Took a minute coming back. That was beautiful. You wrote that, huh?
Yeah.
Very nice, very nice. So you guys should all check out the Larks and Thrushes album. It's lovely, just like the playing this evening. That was the word most used in the comments tonight, which was used kind of like an '80s kid saying "awesome." That would be me. Pretty constant, and I think that's a great word to describe Laurel's playing. That was beautiful and lovely throughout, with great tune choices, and that's a really great waltz.
I'm
I have
glad
to
you
write.
like.
You have to write that one out and send it. I'll put it in the tune of the month in the newsletter.
Oh,
I'd
nice.
like to
Oh, I
have
would
it.
love for it to be spread around. That'd be great.
Yeah, if you want to
Yeah,
keep it to
yeah.
yourself.
No, no. I think my friend Kathleen may have written it out. I'm not a writer. I usually just do it, everything by ear. But I think I have it written down somewhere that I think Kathleen did that for me. So I'll try to
I
find it and I'll send it to you.
say that mostly because I've had the tune of the month has been the same tune in there for the last 2 months. I'm just getting really lazy.
Oh.
But I would love to put more stuff like that in there, especially original tunes. That's
Yeah.
great. Thank you so much for joining us, Laurel. That was great. Really
Thank
appreciate it. Thanks
you
to your
so
live
much.
audience there for making it
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. Hey, David and Charlie.
Uh, and thanks to all of you out there for coming tonight. You had a decent crowd. You did nice, the usual, but good number of people out there, lively in the chat. Good to see some of you, kind of. And come back next time for Hans Araki's 50th birthday party. Yep, Hans is old. Uh, sorry. I paused after that. I didn't really have anything queued up, so I live and learn. So great to have you. Thanks again for doing it, and we hope you are well and happy down there and staying safe.
Thank you. You too.
And we look forward to seeing you in person again when we can do it again.
Yeah, me too.
As I say to everybody, be good out there and be nice to each other. Everybody take care of each other, and we'll get through this no problem. We're gonna have a much better 2021 than we had in 2020. I can feel it in my bones.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
everybody, have a good night, and